Hey Jeff, hope you're enjoying your Hall of Fame night, buddy. First off, want to just thank you for all you do for our league, but most of all, just wanted to say congratulations on being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Couldn't think anybody that deserves it more to be in our first class. So, congratulations, buddy. Enjoy the night.
Hey Jeff, Roger tipped me off that you're being inducted to the Hall of Fame. I just wanted to congratulate you. Well deserved. You put a lot of effort into the league, and your results show for it. So, congratulations.
Tonight we're here to honor Jeff Barker as he is inducted into the Coast to Coast Racing League's Hall of Fame. Jeff's been around since the very beginning and he's been active in the league. You've probably noticed he's the race admin several nights a week. He's been active on the review committee and he's been active on the executive committee. Jeff chose Weed Sport as the track that he wanted to have for this event, as he lives only 40 miles from the track. He's had his own successful racing career here in Ahmad Light. I've been the teammate with Jeff for the past 2 years, and it's been an honor and a privilege. He's taught me a lot, particularly the value of patience and perseverance in racing. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, buddy. You're setting a great example for others to follow. Congratulations.
Hey Jeff, what a great day, man. Just got the great news that you're being inducted into the Coast to Coast Racing League Hall of Fame. That is absolutely amazing and much deserved. Pretty sure there's not many out there that run as much as you or give back to the league as much as you do. So greatly appreciated. Always look forward to seeing the 513 Marine Machine, man. Thank you for your service most of all, but congratulations on your induction.
Hey Jeff, this is John Hine congratulating you on your Hall of Fame induction. Well deserved. I know a lot of folks, hear you in the, doing adminning and things like that, but you do so much more behind the scenes that that people don't see with the review committee, exec committee. You're such a valued person, both for us, as a league and everything else. This league is actually better because you're a part of it, and I'm glad to call you my friend. And like I said, congratulations again. Enjoy it, and keep in mind you still don't forget about us little people now that you're at the top. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Hi Jeff, Bill Calder here. It's an honor to be able to say a few words on this auspicious occasion. Congrats on your induction into the C2C Hall of Fame. No one is more deserving of it than you are. You're always there volunteering and lending a hand when needed. You've helped me countless times when I needed it. Thank you for your service to your country, and thanks for being there when the league needs you. I am very proud to be able to call you my friend. Again, congrats, buddy.
Hey Barker, Marty here from Monday Night Madness and Thursday Night Thunder. Just want to say congratulations on your induction into the Hall of Fame. You're a good man. You're a great driver, especially on Thursday nights. Still waiting to call one of your victories with hopefully a modified or a late model shortly in the future, maybe even a sprint car. Who knows what's going to happen. But congratulations, man. You're a good man. Much respected driver to everyone. Looking forward to Thursday night tonight.
Jeffrey Barker, welcome to the club. Jeff started his career with our league back when we were the Ashwekan Outlaws, actually in the recruiting races. The fifth recruiting race on June 3rd, 2019. He finished P2 in that race, and if I remember correctly, Jeff had set some sort of record of the most podiums without a P1. He had, I think, 10 podiums or something, but no P1s. He's won lots of feature stickers since then, as well as Driver of the Week. So, and that is that first race, we had such notables as Bruce Hilton, Greg Boydell, John Short, myself, and Shad Cote were in that race that he finished P2 in. Since then, we did a little a little bit of checking. Jeff has been in 1,250 Coast to Coast Racing League races. So congratulations on that. I know just with Sim Racing Hub, we counted 20,000 laps. So I'm not sure what the total number is, but it's mighty impressive. More importantly, it's what Jeff has done for the league. Thursday Night Thunder is Jeff Barker night. He sets up those races. He admins those races. He helps review them. And then he sits on the executive board. So if there's any big decisions to make, he's part of those decisions as well as helping give us the direction where the league is going. He has got to be the most knowledgeable iRacing authority I've ever met. So many times in a session, he'll either contact me before a session or we'll be in a session and we're running into an issue and he said, well, this is, what you can do to solve that. Or if you need a shortcut, he's got them all. But his knowledge is absolutely vast. I think he owns all content in iRacing. So, pretty cool. Just such an honor to know you, Jeff. And, so appropriate being at Weed Sport tonight, where you were so successful with the mod lights. You won. I think you got a few feature stickers from there as well. So well done. But more importantly, can't thank you enough. Not only just for your service, but for your sacrifice. And very, very much appreciated what you've done for your country and what you've done for our league. So again, welcome to the club, man, and see you on the track.
And there's a look at his car. The Hall of Famer, Jeff Barker, as we have inducted him tonight into the Coast to Coast Racing League Hall of Fame at one of his favorite tracks, the Weed Sport Speedway in Weedsport, New York. As Cool Ray, the Coast to Coast Racing League, present Hall of Fame night for Jeff Barker, a part of Thursday Night Thunder. The night begins with our UMP Modifieds this evening. The UMP Modifieds, always a good one to watch out for. UMP Modifieds brought to you by our good friends at Flatline Racing Bodies. We welcome you to the Tim Chapman Racing Pre-Race Show. Marty Sakala with you. We're so glad you could join us here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We're going to get right into the thick of things here as it is qualifying time. Brought to you by ABR Sub Shop. I think this is the first time I've ever seen UMPs go around Weed Sport Speedway. As you take a look at Brandon Templeton in car number 31. Jeff Barker, a Hall of Famer, by the way, 4th in points with the UMP Modifieds. 4 top 10s and 6 starts to the season. So Brandon Templeton sets the bar on lap number 1, goes 15:2:48. Zach Chapman trying to beat that lap, and he does. 15:2:29 for Scooby-Doo. Steven Spees went 3rd, but then Joseph Grandy bumped him down to 4th. Here's the lap for Grandy as he finishes up on lap 2. Sector 2 looks just a bit better, and better by 300s. He's at a 15:26. So Spees is done, Barker done. Malachi Smith just finished his lap, 8th quick on the racetrack. So we move to the 56 car of Randy Shreves. Randy Shreves, third in points coming on in. Our points leader tonight, not in the house at the moment, Nick Vickery, who's got 3 wins of the year, a 29-point lead. As of right now, not with us tonight as Shreves goes 9th on lap 1 at a 15:58. So that could give Joseph Grandy the points lead by the end of this one tonight, although the drivers do have 1 drop per season this year in the Thursday Night Thunder. Shreves cannot improve on lap number 2, so he stays 9th quick on the racetrack. And so we have a car count of 10 tonight, so should be 5 in each heat. And our ABR Son of Chef Quick Time winner in the number 72, Zach Chapman, takes it with a time of 15:2:28. 1 top 5 and 2 top 10s this season for the driver of the number 72. Of course, we're so glad you could join us here on Jeff Barker's induction night into the Coast to Coast Hall of Fame. Let us know you're one of your favorite memories of Jeff ever since he joined the Coast to Coast Racing. I know a lot of us in the opening video gave some great congratulations to him. Well deserved on his end. Barker's starting on the outside of row 1 for his heat race. Our first heat of the evening, as we are just about set to go. Brought to you by our good friends at Langdon Mechanical. At Langdon Mechanical, we are the second to none heat and air conditioning company in the Hamilton area, and promise our customers our own professionally trained Langdon specialists will be there personally every step of the way. We guarantee your customer satisfaction from start to finish, including sales, installation and maintenance service of your heating and or cooling system. Every equipment sale, installations, and maintenance service we make is backed 100% by Langdon. Here's how the lineup looks. Kevin Davis and Jeff Barker make up row number 1. Joseph Grandy and Zach Chapman in row 2. Randy Shreves starts from 5th. So again, 2 heat races are set to go here. This will determine the inside row and who starts on pole position for our 30-lap feature tonight in the UMPs. Of course, Jeff wanted for his Hall of Fame night to be racing at Weed Sport as the local of the track. Set to go green here for 30 laps underway. Almost a good low line for Kevin Davis as they're side by side into turn 3. Bad entry for Barker as he goes up the track. 3 wide for the lead. Chapman throws him the elbow from 4th to 1st, and 1 lap goes Scooby-Doo. Chapman out front, contact with Kevin Davis, contact with Joseph Grandy. Around goes the 21. Everybody's involved except for Chapman. Randy Shreves, who something happened on his end, trying to make it up to 2nd. But Chapman, the only guy to not get involved in a wreck here in this heat, up by about 4.7 seconds on Joseph Grandy. In fact, Randy Shreves in 4th, best lap. He only gained 1 spot from it. Watch the Malcolm's Mills replay. This was at the start of the event. You saw that contact with Jeff Barker. See if Barker came down to Shreves. Nope, he just got into Grandy and around he went. But then this is where the racing got insane, right here. Down to Davis. Collects Grandy. Davis in that inside wall. And Jeff Barker absolutely nowhere to go. Car basically undrivable. Unfortunately for Barker, we'll start on the final row for our 30-lap feature here tonight. So 2 laps to go. Let's ride on board here with Zach Chapman for a lap, for this final lap. And so it's looking pretty good for Zach Chapman. That he'll start on pole for tonight with a consistent 4.7 second lead on Joseph Grandi ever since the accident and off of turn number 4. Chapman takes the checkers and wins heat 1. Joseph Grandi second, waiting for Kevin Davis for third, and same with Randy Shreves for fourth. So now we move on to our second heat race of the evening, heat race number 2. Brought to you by Magnum Race Design, offering iRacing wraps, hero cards, logos, flyers, and even t-shirt designs. If you're looking for a new design and want attention to detail, competitive pricing, and fast turnaround times, Magnum Race Design. Check them out on Facebook where you can contact them through Messenger. Malachi Smith and Bob DeGood make up row number 1. Steven Spies and Brandon Templeton in row 2. John Hines starting from 5th. He had a heat EOL penalty. See if we go green here, if we'll wait another lap. We go one more lap. Drivers tonight following the Steve King Foundation Pace Truck. Phone to help the dirt track community across the country by providing financial assistance to the immediate families of drivers, pit crew members, race officials, track ops personnel, or the immediate families of those individuals who suffer serious illness, injury, or death. Ready for the green flag to determine the outside line for our feature tonight as we're underway. It's already Bob DeGood up in the wall. Falls from 2nd to 5th because of that is into turn number 3 at Smith and Spies 1 and 2. Spies pretty good with the UMP modifieds here. See, second is Templeton. Hang on. Off of John Hine. What a save from the Dirt Track Bank 31 in a battle for the race lead. Here goes Spies underneath. Holds the bottom well in the 55 out in front. A 15:32 lap from the detective. Better by about 0.4 of a second. Templeton, meanwhile, wants a piece of the runner-up spot, despite getting way loose just about a lap ago. The bike working well for the 31. This is a track where the low line is really good on fix-offs in 1 and 2, 3 and 4. It's the high side. Again, Weedsport, 2 completely different corners. Makes it one of the toughest tracks we go to on iRacing. So John Hine is 4th, and Bob DeGood rounds out the top 5 at the moment with 3 to go in this heat race. Templeton better than the leader by a 1/10 of a second that last lap. Watch for 3rd, Hine on Smith. So pay the best, and once again for Templeton, just about a 1/10 faster. Gap is cut down to a 1/2 second. As long as Spies can run this line well, should not be a big issue for the driver of the number 55. Final lap is underway. So Steven Spies and the Gambler Motorsports Cool Ray 55 looking to start 2nd tonight. Templeton takes a peek underneath, but not working out for him. Spies takes the win in Heat 2. Templeton 2nd, Smith 3rd, Hine 4th, and DeGood 5th. And so it is time for our warm-up watch brought to you by Flatline Racing Bodies. But instead of the warm-up watch, our president of the Coast to Coast Racing League, Roger Craig, has an announcement for us, for those of you watching at home.
Good day, everyone. Today I wanted to talk about Movember. So Movember was started in 2003 in Australia and has become worldwide. For those unfamiliar, Movember is all about awareness of health issues for men. So a lot of men grow mustaches in Movember. That's where the name came from. And just so you know, I plan on celebrating Movember by having my prostate hocked out. So first of all, the prognosis is good because of early detection. So, and as a result of that, I have decided to declare myself the Coast to Coast Racing League Movember poster child for 2022. On a more serious note here, you know, the average age of our league is 41. So if you're on the top side of that, you need to get tested regularly. I'm talking PSA tests, the rubber glove, 2 seconds of discomfort for maybe a lifetime of living. Also, colonoscopies, every 5 or 10 years or whatever your doctor recommends, but you need to get those done. So just reminding everybody, it's something men aren't comfortable talking about or doing. Everybody thinks they're a tough guy. Let's go out and get tested for the sake of yourself, but more importantly, for the sake of your family. And, as they say, the life you save may be your own. So we're all in this together, guys. Reach out. You can reach out to me, or more importantly, reach out to your doctor. And in closing, I just want to, I want to know if Marty Sakala is going to grow a mustache for Movember.
Oh my goodness. The answer to that, Roger Craig, is yes. The challenge is on. I will regrow it. I just let me just get this one shave out for tonight. Then we'll get the mustache back going, okay? For those that are new to the series, on Monday nights, people sometimes check in on me just to see how the Tom Selleck mustache is going. I call that my lucky stash for the Yankees games. But then when the Yankees lost to the Astros, I decided, okay, we are going to shave it, look like baby me. And now I have been challenged by the Bassman. And challenge is on, Roger. Roger is pretty much our voice of Movember. I'll be the mascot of it. How's that? So, all right. First feature set to go here at Wheat Sports Speedway. Let's meet the field in the Super Dirt Car Series starting lineup. They're at the World Finals right now in Charlotte, so definitely recommend after tonight's broadcast, you tune in to the World Finals on Dirt Vision. First row on the front row, Scooby-Doo, Zach Chapman in car number 72, and the detective, Steven Spies, in the 55. Row number 2, Joseph Grandy in the 518, and Brandon Templeton in the 31. Row 3, Kevin Davis in the 021 and Malachi Smith in the 013. Row 4, Randy Shreves in the 56 and the Professor John Hine in car 71. Rounding out the field tonight, the Hall of Famer Jeff Barker in the 513 and Bob DeGood in car number 7. There you see the field of 10, just about set to go racing here. 30 laps around the port tonight in New York. My pick to win here, I'm going to go with Brandon Templeton on this one from 4th position. But long 30 laps here, going to be a fun one with the UMPs at Wheat Sports Speedway. Who's it going to be? How's it going to be done? There's always a favorite out there. Pick it ASAP. As we get set to go green, the Scooby-Doo against the detective. That's the front row. We're ready to go, racing for the first feature. Time to get them going at the port. Side by side down the back chute. Speeds a little wide on corner exit. Allows Chapman to clear for the race lead. No yaw from Speeds. Allows Gray to take second. One car really sideways to the back. It's John Hine, but keeps it straight. Lap 1, meanwhile, in the books. Led by Chapman. A wild battle for second spot. Templeton, meanwhile, up on the wall in that battle for P2. Just behind Grandy and Speeds, who go at it for the runner-up spot. Grandy with the clear on the 55s. Again, another car sideways. That time it's Jeff Barker trying to hang on to it. Still watching for second position. Speeds, Grandy, and Templeton. Let's ride on board with the 31. Look at the big send into turn number 1 with a yaw. That's the big key around a weed sport. If you want to know 1 and 2 perfectly, that's how you do it, or else there could be bad things in that corner for you. 3 and 4 is much easier here than 1 and 2. See Grandy trying to run the cushion, which is starting to thin out as we see. Track not as slick as you normally see on like maybe a Monday night or so, but it's pretty slick. So you got that battle happening. Then Kevin Davis, John Hine, Randy Shreves for 5th on the track. And here we go for 3rd. Templeton tries to take the bottom step of the podium away from the 55. Can he take it? Does not. Slide job. And makes it easy like butter on the bottom. Oh, some contact there. Speeds on the binders, lost a lot of time. And it's 3 wide for 4th. One driver checks up, it's Barker. And there's some rear damage to the 513. That puts him all the way back in the 10th and final spot. Kevin Davis, Randy Shreves, Malachi Smith, and John Hine. That's your closest battle as the 56 clears for 6th. John Hine trying to pull away. He's your current biggest mover of the race, up 5 spots in just 8 laps. Zach Chapman, though, still leading in car number 72. Great gap at the moment on Joseph Grandy. 1 second over the driver of the 518. Grandy looking to become the new points leader here after tonight with no Nick Vickery for our UMPs. All pretty much scattered throughout the field of 10. Best battle is John Hine against Steven Spees, as the teammates go at it for 4th. Spees up in the wall on the outside, tried to rock the cushion, allows the professor to take it to school and take 4th spot away. Shows you how tough of a time Steven Spees is having. Watching the, you see he tries to send it there like he's slide jobbing John Hine. That was actually a much better 1 and 2 for him compared to 3 and 4. And you see the speeds just about 80 miles an hour, 90 miles an hour entering the corner. Or it's about 100 miles an hour in turn 1 with how fast the drivers go. Yeah, just about 100 miles an hour. Meanwhile, good battle for 9th. Jeff Barker against Bob DeGood. Barker takes 9th for now on DeGood. And Spees trying to fight back on the professor for the cleanup spot. Both running different lines. Hine staying consistent on the cushion. Spees tried the slider groove out. Not working in 3 and 4. You want to use the cushion. Cross flags are up from Barney, a.k.a. Dave Farney 2.0. 15 up and 15 down. No yaw from Steven Spees. Because of that, up in the wall he went. Let's go to Malachi Smith and Kevin Davis, as that's a drag race in turn 4 for position number 7 on the track. Davis wide up in the wall on the front straight. Trying to fight in there with Malachi Smith, but can't. Smith clears for now on 7th. Throws a slider up on Kevin Davis and clears. Does Davis fight back? The answer is no. Open the high side out for Davis. 21 thought about throwing the slider groove. Decided not to. Meanwhile, your leader is still Zach Chapman by 1 second on Joseph Grundy, keeping the lead consistent. So you've got Brandon Templeton knocking on the doorstep of Joseph Grundy for P2. Here's how it's looked the last 5 laps, and for the last 5, Grundy's lost some time. Last lap, at least a 1/10 of a second. We'll check here at the line as we've got 10 to go. Grundy slower by 0.07 and has opened up the door for the 31. The battle is on for P2. Templeton peaked. Did not work. You're right on board with a 5.18. There's Templeton again underneath. A lot of bite in the corners here at Weedsport. Grundy nearly clips the wall. Almost lost a bit of time. Grundy still edging Templeton out for P2 with 8 to go. Again, your best battle on the racetrack at the moment. Templeton almost caught the Jersey barrier there. Should have been nasty for the driver of the 31. Last race in the UMPs had a violent head-on collision at Fallujah in turn 4. The entire front end was knocked off of it. It was nasty. Templeton tucks it back in line. Back on board with the 5.18. 5 laps to go at Weedsport, meanwhile, for Zach Chapman. Gap staying consistent, down to about 0.9 of a second. But Grundy and Templeton not gaining any time on the race leader. There is traffic ahead. That's Bob D. Good in the 7, but hopefully is not a factor on the 72. Back to P2 is Templeton. Challenges on the bottom once again. Grundy, top shelf where Mama hides the cookies. Templeton almost hits the barrier once again. 3 to go for P2. Templeton thought the slide job would work there, but the baby bottom working. Thinks about the send. 2 to go for P2. Grundy up on the wall, they touch. That battle is not over yet. Can Templeton secure second at the white flag is the question. Well, no more cautions as Chapman takes the white final lap. Grundy still has the high side working well for him, though. Keeps it on the cushion. Let's see if Templeton throws a mean slider, or does he clear Grundy in the 3? Oh, he cleared him big time. Grundy doesn't use the bumper. Chapman wins at Weedsport. Templeton second over Grundy in a great race there. Scooby-Doo pilots the Mystery Machine to Victory Hill here at the port. So top 3 all up on the hill. Zach Chapman, the one that will party the most. So we'll bring your top 3 in here, and they are already in. Let's begin with Joseph Grundy, our third place finisher. Joseph, great race for second there with Templeton there, but a tough break got you there on the last lap.
Yeah, he was a little, lucky I'm a nice guy and let off. But yeah, it was a good race. It was fun.
Absolutely, man. Just walk us through what you were trying to do on that high side.
I was just trying to hit my marks. I missed them a few times, and I wanted to get on the bottom, but he was right below me the whole time, so I didn't have a choice really. But stick to the high side because it was too late.
I believe right now, even though we are not in the final week out of the season because of the drop, you are the new points leader after this one.
All right, cool. I don't think it'll last too long, but I'll take it.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to on the run?
I appreciate you for the broadcast, coast to coast, and all the sponsors that make this league possible.
All right, man. Well, we'll let you go. Good luck in the 358. Nice job.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
Joseph Grandy finishing in third spot. Second place finisher in the 31, Brandon Templeton. Much better run for Brandon compared to what happened 2 weeks ago at Fallujah. But Brandon, nice charge up to second. Just talk about that battle at the end.
Yeah, just a lot of good, close, hard racing. You know, the track got kind of slick, and that track's always tricky, staying close down to the wall, or even if you're running the top, it's real tricky in 1 and 2. So, just survived it, but it was a great race. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
How tough was it getting past Joseph Grandy there on the low line?
Well, there's not a lot of room in that track, but when I started getting, I started trying low in 1 and 2 and started picking up a car length or so, and then I'd lose it in 3 and 4. So I thought if I just kept putting the pressure on, maybe an opening would crack, and I finally kind of got position under him, and the bottom came in a little bit, and it was just really hard to hit it every lap, but pulled off.
Absolutely, man. Who do you want to give shout-outs to on the run?
Got to thank Dirt Track Bank. They're part of the Malvern Bank in Malvern, Iowa. Any banking needs you need, they're online. Check them out. Got Your Six Racing Network, Hammer Down Racing Team, BMR E-Wraps, Extreme Images, Maley's Makery, Big C's Lawn Care, you for doing the broadcast, everyone watching at home.
All right. Well, we'll let you go, man. Great job tonight, and good luck in the 358.
Thanks.
So Brandon Templeton, our second place finisher here tonight, as we go to Cool Ray Victory Lane to talk with your race winner, Scooby-Doo Zach Chapman in the 72. Man, what a car tonight. Clean sweep, I guess you could call it, this night here with UMP.
Yeah, man, feels good to win again. I haven't won in anything all season, and I don't mean to, toot my own horn. I'm definitely not stickers worthy, but I normally pull a couple off by now, so I was on quite the drought. It's nice to pull one off here.
Absolutely. Just talk about your car. The lead, you kept consistent pretty much over Brandon and Joseph, just about 1 second.
Yeah, it seemed like I was kind of trying to pay attention to the relative as much as I can. I'd pull away for a couple laps, and then it seems like they'd pull me right back in. And I noticed towards the end they were starting to catch me. But this car, dude, it's just all about throttle control. I can't speak for those guys, but I wasn't over 75% throttle once in that whole feature. It's all about just babying the throttle and those things and getting them around.
Absolutely, man. When was the last time you won a UMP in the series?
Man, I don't know if I have, to tell you the truth.
Okay, so we're talking number one. If so, well done.
Yeah, I appreciate it. There's some good guys in there tonight. I know Templeton, man, anytime you can beat him in a UMP, that guy, he knows how to get around in these.
Absolutely. Who do you want to give shout-outs to on the run?
Shout-outs to all my teammates at Gambler Motorsports there. Andy Piercefield, who owns some awesome companies, Cool Ray, Brightbox Electrical, and of course Mr. Plumber, and of course Aiden Young, Young Gun Creations. If you're ever looking for a paint job or any T-shirts, hats, that kid does it all. He does a great job. And last but not least, of course, my wife for letting me do this. Oh, and also, of course, you, Marty. I can't wait to go back and listen to this.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun one. We'll let you go. Good luck in the 358.
Yep. Hopefully, I talk to you again.
You as well. Zach Chapman with the win in Cool Ray Victory Lane. Your official results from it tonight look like this. Zach Chapman wins, Brandon Templeton second, Joseph Grandy third, John Hine fourth, Steven Spees fifth, Randy Shreve sixth, Malachi Smith seventh, Kevin Davis eighth, and ninth, Jeff Barker, and in 10th tonight, Bob DeGood. So we will step aside. Our 358s are coming up next on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Hey Jeff, hope you're enjoying your Hall of Fame night, buddy. First off, want to just thank you for all you do for our league, but most of all, just wanted to say congratulations on being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Couldn't think anybody that deserves it more to be in our first class. So, congratulations, buddy. Enjoy the night.
Hey Jeff, Roger tipped me off that you're being inducted to the Hall of Fame. Just wanted to congratulate you. Well deserved. You put a lot of effort into the league, and your results show for it. So, congratulations.
Tonight we're here to honor Jeff Barker as he is inducted into the Coast to Coast Racing League's Hall of Fame. Jeff's been around since the very beginning, and he's been active in the league. You've probably noticed he's the race admin several nights a week. He's been active on the review committee, and he's been active on the executive committee. Jeff chose Weed Sport as the track that he wanted to have for this event, as he lives only 40 miles from the track. He's had his own successful racing career here in Ahmad Light. I've been the teammate with Jeff for the past 2 years, and it's been an honor and a privilege. He's taught me a lot, particularly the value of patience and perseverance in racing. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, buddy. You're setting a great example for others to follow. Congratulations.
Hey Jeff, what a great day, man. Just got the great news that you're being inducted into the Coast to Coast Racing League Hall of Fame. That is absolutely amazing and much deserved. Pretty sure there's not many out there that run as much as you or give back to the league as much as you do. So greatly appreciated. Always look forward to seeing the 513 Marine Machine, man. Thank you for your service most of all, but congratulations on your induction.
Hey Jeff, this is John Hine congratulating you on your Hall of Fame induction. Well deserved. I know a lot of folks, hear you in the, doing adminning and things like that, but you do so much more behind the scenes that that people don't see with the review committee, exec committee. You're such a valued person, both for us, as a league and everything else. This league is actually better because you're a part of it, and I'm glad to call you my friend. And like I said, congratulations again. Enjoy it, and keep in mind you still don't forget about us little people now that you're at the top. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Hi Jeff, Bill Calder here. It's an honor to be able to say a few words on this auspicious occasion. Congrats on your induction into the C2C Hall of Fame. No one is more deserving of it than you are. You're always there volunteering and lending a hand when needed. You've helped me countless times when I needed it. Thank you for your service to your country, and thanks for being there when the league needs you. I am very proud to be able to call you my friend. Again, congrats, buddy.
Hey Barker, Marty here from Monday Night Madness and Thursday Night Thunder. Just want to say congratulations on your induction into the Hall of Fame. You're a good man. You're a great driver, especially on Thursday nights. Still waiting to call one of your victories with hopefully a modified or a late model shortly in the future, maybe even a sprint car. Who knows what's going to happen. But congratulations, man. You're a good man. Much respected driver to everyone. Looking forward to Thursday night tonight.
Jeffrey Barker, welcome to the club. Jeff started his career with our league back when we were the Ohsweken Outlaws, actually in the recruiting races. The fifth recruiting race on June 3rd, 2019. He finished P2 in that race, and if I remember correctly, Jeff had set some sort of record of the most podiums without a P1. He had, I think, 10 podiums or something, but no P1s. He's won lots of feature stickers since then, as well as Driver of the Week. So, and that is that first race, we had such notables as Bruce Hilton, Greg Boydell, John Short, myself, and Shad Cote were in that race that he finished P2 in. Since then, we did a little a little bit of checking. Jeff has been in 1,250 Coast to Coast Racing League races. So congratulations on that. I know just with Sim Racing Hub, we counted 20,000 laps. So I'm not sure what the total number is, but it's mighty impressive. More importantly, it's what Jeff has done for the league. Thursday Night Thunder is Jeff Barker night. He sets up those races. He admins those races. He helps review them. And then he sits on the executive board. So if there's any big decisions to be made, he's part of those decisions as well as helping give us the direction where the league is going. He has got to be the most knowledgeable iRacing authority I've ever met. So many times in a session, he'll either contact me before a session or we'll be in a session and we're running into an issue and he says, well, this is, what you can do to solve that. Or if you need a shortcut, he's got them all. But his knowledge is absolutely vast. I think he owns all content in iRacing. So pretty cool. Just such an honor to know you, Jeff. And so appropriate being at Weed Sport tonight, where you were so successful with the mod lights. You won. I think you got a few feature stickers from there as well. So well done. But more importantly, can't thank you enough, not only just for your service, but for your sacrifice. And very, very much appreciated what you've done for your country and what you've done for our league. So again, welcome to the club, man, and see you on the track.
We welcome you all back to the Coast to Coast Racing Network here at Weed Sports Speedway. Again, continuing our coverage of Hall of Fame induction night for Jeff Barker. And we're set to go with our 358 Modifieds. The Modifieds are brought to you by the Super Dirt Car Series. Marty Sakala with you here on the call as we are just about a couple moments away from beginning with our 358s here. Look at this. Racetracks and sunsets. This is something Dean Reynolds would love here. We definitely missed Dean this week. He's down in Charlotte for the World Finals. So, yeah. So, let's talk the 358s while we are at it. Currently, a car count of 21 drivers. Point standings look like this coming in. Nick Vickery with the points lead, 437 to 397. So that is a 40-point advantage on Joseph Grandy. Only 2 different winners this season here in the 358s. Nick Vickery has 3, and Isaac Salas has 3. Of course, Vickery's been the one more consistent. More top 5s and top 10s than Salas. Joseph Grandy could once again get the points lead at the end of the day before drops. We'll just have to see what happens. Vickery up 437 to 397 on Grandy. Randy Shreves is third with 372 points. Fourth is Isaac Salas. Salas with 368 points. And fifth is Alex Pomelo with 354 points. Let's know who you're rooting for in the chat. Chat's pretty boring here tonight. Nobody out there. So let's get some people in the chat, please, and thanks. Look at some times here at the moment as Brandon Templeton ends up quickest, 15-1-115. I didn't know if that was a 5 or a 6. So practice is in the books, and we're set to go for AVR Setup Shop qualifying. And get the first driver out here on to the racetrack, and it's Dean Meitzler in car number 49 that will set the bar here for us in qualifying. Again, 3 minutes of time trials. And underway on lap number 1. See where Meitzler sets the bar at on this first lap. Aiden Young's the one that goes quickest. Make it Brandon Templeton. Make it Charles Weaver with a 15:091. Times are flying in as we speak like flies. Here comes Isaac Salas for lap 1. Quick time! He tied Weaver. 15:091 and comes down to the thousandth. Charles Weaver trying to get faster he can on lap 2. Alex Pomelo, maybe. He's third quick, and a 15:104 was quickest of everyone in Sector 2, but not in Sector 1. He's got one more lap to prove he's better than everybody else. Better Sector 1, but off in Sector 2. Still could be a quick time. Not 15:34, third quick. Here's Patrick Spangler on lap number 2, the high side banger. 12th quick, 15:251. Lap number 2 could be faster. It depends on the Sector 2 time. That Sector 2 time makes him slower. So 15:251 is his time. And next up on the speedway, presenting, ladies and gentlemen, the Bassman, Roger Craig in the 747. This is Roger's first start of the season in the 358s, by the way. Fun fact for those of you watching at home. That lap will not count, as he did clip the wall at a good rate. We'll see what that lap 1 time looked like. Will not give us a time, so that time is invalidated as we move to his second lap. Could be depending on if he clipped the wall in turns 3 and 4. I don't think he did. He did not. 19th quick, 15:543. Isaac Salas and Charles Weaver tie in lap time, 15:091. Salas, though, comes down to him in the 1,000th. So 22 drivers. That's the car count here this evening. This is our biggest heat with 8 drivers in it. And as we are set to go, let's give you our starting lineup. First heat race brought to you by Langdon Mechanical. The lineup looks like this. The Spider Monkey, Brandon Dittmer, and Aiden Young make up row number 1. Brandon Templeton and Isaac Salas slide job in row number 2. Randy Shreves and Malachi Smith in row 3. And row 4, the Bassman, Roger Craig and Gary Sigelkow. So we'll have 8 drivers in this first heat. Oof. 7 in the second heat and 7 in the third heat. Isaac says Venom qualified 1-2 and tied the time exactly. Yeah, that's unbelievable. And of course, Simtrek says leave it to Salas. Of course, that's our buddy Patrick who does some of the broadcasting in the Coast to Coast Racing League. When I can't do Thursdays, he's our man, the spot that normally fills in for me. So top 4 will have their spots set. Winner on pole here tonight. Of course, everyone is inverted amongst the top 4. As here we go, green for heat 1. Dittmer grabs the lead early. Templeton Young do get it for P2 on the racetrack. Loud with those 358 modifieds. Templeton holds off Young for right now for second, but Templeton caught the inside Jersey barrier. Salas capitalizes. 3 wide, 2 for 1 slide job special. Leads to a battle for third. Templeton and Aiden Young. 31 car has his spot set up. While Dittmer pulling away 15:26 lap time. The driver of the 83, there's Gary Sigelkow. Slow car in the 25. Gary may want to get out of the way. We had some tight rates. You see Gary up on the outside. Oh boy. Oh boy, that's so tight. If he's slow like down the straightaway, it's just really affecting the leaders. And close calls there. Salas went a 15:16 last lap though. Best lap of everyone out there. Templeton in third. Randy Shreves in fourth for the final transfer spot. Aiden Youngins in fifth. Actually, will transfer everyone out of this, so their spots will be set. Just know the winner will start on pole. Second starts from fourth. Third from seventh, and so on. Everyone's single file at this moment. So they try to work the bottom in 1 and 2, and then on the top side in 3 and 4. But it's Brandon Dittmer out in front in car number 83. Spider Monkey's first start of the year with our small block modified as he works his way through 3 and 4. He's on the pole tonight. Dittmer takes the win. Salas second, Templeton third, Shreves fourth, Young fifth, Smith sixth, and Craig seventh, Sigelkow eighth. So we move to our second heat race brought to you by Magnum Race Design as the field is all set. Lineup looks like this. The Professor John Hine on row number 1 next to our UMP winner, Scooby-Doo Zach Chapman in the 72. Row number 2, Joseph Grandi in the 518 and Charles Weaver in the 511. Row 3, Dean Meister in the 49 and Bob DeGood in car number 7. And starting from 7th spot tonight is Paul Thompson in the 337. One to go until we take the green flag. As Hind and Chapman bring us to the green flag, winner will start from second here in our feature tonight. Steve King Foundation pace car is in. We're ready to go racing. Hind, see if he can slide up and clear for the race lead, which he does on Chapman. Grandy with the door open. Tries out P2, almost through a slider that was bad, and just about made contact on Chapman. Luckily, everyone saved it. Meitzler up to fourth, Weaver down to fifth. Remember, that was the guy that tied with Salas for the pole time. As you see, Meitzler with a nice slider up on Zach Chapman into P3 he goes. Weaver now makes the claim at it for the final transfer spot. Well, Joseph Grandy hogging down John Hind for the race lead, and there it is. A 15-19 versus a 15-24 last lap. Oh boy, Meitzler up at the wall. Normally we'd hit the wall like that at the port. The car goes on two wheels. Somehow it didn't here. We go back to the front for the race lead. And now back to third. Weaver up to fourth. Now tries for third on Chapman. Slides up the track, barely, y'all, they touch. Oh boy, this could be bad. Oh boy, Chapman loses 2 for it. DeGutt almost made it 3, but Chapman got elbowed out from third to fifth thanks to that. Meitzler in fourth. Back to the race lead though, 2 to go at the line. Hind with the lead by half a car length on Joseph Grandy on board with a 518. Different line maybe for Joseph Grandy. Let's see if he sets up a crisscross off of turn 4. White flag is out. Final lap in heat 2. Who starts on the outside? Next to Brandon Dittmer. John Hind or Joseph Grandy. Make your bets now, people. It's about to get good into turn number 3. Hind plays defensive. Grandy tries to find some room up top and off of 4. Hind takes the win in heat 2. Weaver third and Meitzler fourth. Zach Chapman fifth. Bob DeGutt sixth. Paul Thompson seventh at the line. And now our third heat of the evening, brought to you by the Salty Dogs race team. First time we've talked about the Salty Dogs this evening. The Salty Dogs race team composed of many of the senior members of the Coast to Coast Racing League and have been released from the home to create havoc and chaos on the racetrack. When 3 or more dogs are in a race, a dog bone will be awarded to the highest finisher. I think something tells me we will have a bone race tonight. To check come feature time, but I think we do. Patrick Spangler and Kelly Wheeler make up row number 1. Jeff Barker and Alex Pomelo on row 2. Row 3, Kevin Davis and Steve Bixler. Steven Speed starts from 7th. No call for Kelly Wheeler to the grid, so that moves Alex Pomelo up to the outside of the front row. Ready to go green flag racing here. Winner starts on the inside of row number 2 tonight. Green flag is out for heat 3. The high side Bangler out to the early lead on the 397. And the Hall of Famer wants second spot on Pablo. Can he get it up the racetrack? He goes, stacks the field up. Kevin Davis thought about going for third. allows the mayor, Steve Bixler, to take an opportunity to take away P3. What happens down the back chute? Really at the moment. Alex Pomelo, the better car at the moment, 15:29 to 15:36 from Spangler. And here we go for the race lead. Pablo almost washes up the track. Spangler still leading it. How does the high side banger work his line? Throws the slider groove up in 1 and 2, but Pablo still at the door to door into turn 3 for the race lead. Pablo almost thought about the slider up on Pablo off of turn 4, wheeling for the 39. The door slam from hell from the 397. And Pablo takes the lead. Kevin Davis to the inside for third on the Hall of Famer, Jeff Barker. The slide up tried to pull a Pablo, but gave Barker just enough room. And that keeps the 513 into third for now. You got Steven Spies watching this in fifth. All over Davis for P4. Barker up the racetrack. Davis another opportunity to strike for the 3 spot as we come to the white flag. Final lap for Alex Pomelo was third quickest in time trials, and because the invert had to start fourth in his heat race. Got a pass done on Patrick Spangler off of turn 4, and Pomelo wins the heat race. Spangler second, Barker third, Davis fourth, Spies is fifth. Bixler, by the way, crashed earlier. And so we go to our Flatline Racing Bodies warm-up watch, but what we are going to do here at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, if we can find him here, we are going to bring in the Hall of Famer here tonight, Jeff Barker. It's his night tonight, so we're going to give him a chance while we've got the warm-up watch going on for him to speak. Jeff, I'll put the mic over to you here, man. What does this moment mean to you?
Oh, I'm just waiting for the cake. That's a joke. No, this is awesome. It's nice to be appreciated, and to hear all the nice things everybody has to say is always pretty cool. I just, I like doing it, like hanging out with these guys, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Why choose Weedsport here tonight? I believe it's your closest track from home on the iRacing platform, and you love coming here.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I've had some pretty good success over here. I've done very well on day races here in real life, and can't do Brewerton because it's not on the the service. So here we are, Weedsport. I always like the track anyway.
Absolutely, man. Who do you want to give shout-outs to on the amazing time you've had here at Coast to Coast?
Oh, definitely the Can-Am racing team, those guys, Gambler racing team, all the racing teams that provide good groups to us. I mean, we got Venom, and I'm forgetting one right now. It's on the tip of my tongue, but sorry if I forgot you. Yeah, and my sponsors, Malcolm Mills Mill Writing, Galen's Gourmet Popcorn, and All About Tie-Dye. Can't forget about them. And that's about it.
Absolutely, man. Anything else you want to add?
No, just happy to be here, and thanks for doing all that you do.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate it. Best of luck to you in this feature coming on up, and congratulations. A pleasure to have you with us in the league.
All right, thank you, sir.
That is Jeff Barker, Hall of Famer, in car number 513. And again, you'll hear those recognitions later on after our 358. We will be playing it all night when we are, between sessions. So, Brandon Templeton currently the quickest on the track, 15:263. Aiden Young second, off by 500. Joseph Grandy third, off a 10. Checkers are out here. And we are set to go for the 358 feature, 30 laps. Here is the Super Dirt Car Series starting lineup. On the front row, it's the Spider Monkey, Brandon Dittmer in the 83, and the Professor John Hein in the 71. Row number 2, Alex Pablo in the 397, and Slide Job, Isaac Salas in the 05. Row 3, Joseph Grandy in the 518, and the high side banger, Patrick Spangler in the 39. Row 4, Brandon Templeton in the 31, and Charles Weaver in the 511. Rounding out the top 10 tonight, the Hall of Famer, Jeff Barker in the 513, and Randy Shreves in the 56. Row 6, Steve Meitzler in the 49, and Kevin Davis in the 021. Row number 7, Aiden Young in the 69, and Scooby-Doo Zach Chapman in the 72. Row 8, Steven Spees, the detective in the 55, and Malachi Smith in the 013. Row number 9, Bobby Good in the 7, and the mayor, Steve Bixler, in the 75. Row number 10, it's the Bass Man, Roger Craig in the 747, and Paul Thompson in the 337. Rounding out the field tonight in 21st position, Gary Sigelkow in the 25, and actually no call for Sigelkow or Kelly Wheeler. One to go here at the line before the green flag. My pick to win. You know I got to go with him. You know him. You love him. Give me Slide Job, Isaac Salas in the 05. Going to win it at Dean's Track. It's your 358 winner, by the way, from the World Finals last week. 1 week ago, since he had the biggest win of his career. As they make their way through 3 and 4 for the second feature of the night. In the words of Shane Andrews, wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point harness because it's showtime for the big blocks. Pardon me for our 358 modifieds as the Spider Monkey, Brandon Dittmer, gets off to the jump on John Hein, but they're side by side off at turn number 4. Dittmer leads lap 1 but can't clear Hein just yet. The Professor up on the outside for the race lead. Get some help from Isaac Salas as they work their way down the back chute. Already approaching some lap traffic at Gary Sigelkow, who decided to start from pit lane. High side working better. I don't know who got the lead that time at the line. I think it was High Dittmer. Oh boy, close call there. He may have liked it in turn number 3, but low side starting to give out on him. As Hein takes the lead, Slide Job to second. Now to the bottom he goes for the lead. Alex Pablo 4th, Patrick Spangler in 5th. Just about 3 wide off in turn 2. Sigelkow, meanwhile, lets the leaders take the bottom. Oh my goodness! Big wreck for Grandy. Does he save it barely? And we stay under the green flag. Oh no! Sigelkow in the wall with John Hein. Caution flag is out. And I tell you this, Hein just got lucky that he kept the race lead. First off, this was Joseph Grandy looking at the Malcolm Mills replay. They had some contact with the 511 of Weaver. And a nice save, but then here's what happened with Gary. Now this is the part I did not like. I don't care how slow you are. It was really risky to start from pit lane. Just held up John Hein, contact with Salas, and Hein just stormed Sigelkow out of the way. My opinion, I like it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. And then there you see Steven Spees caught up in that too. But Hein was like, dude, I got to get going. Move out of the way. And so he moved Gary out of the way. And there you see some right side damage on the Professor's car. Luckily, though, still with the race lead. Little damage, though, doesn't mean too much with the modifieds, though. You're in racing. Isaac Salas, though, is second. Brandon Dittmer is third. Patrick Spangler fourth, and Alex Pamelo fifth. And Pamelo has Templeton next to him in row number 3. Row 4, Zach Chapman, Randy Shreves, and in row 5, is Charles Weaver and Kevin Davis. First time tonight, the Mission 22 restart. Over $2,000 in the World Finals were raised to Mission 22. Unbelievable job last week. So we're back to green. Oh, Salas almost moves high. Here comes the Spider Monkey. Hyde goes around. Caution is out. Denver loses the lead. Brandon Denver was about to go 2 for 1 at his Kmart store. And then the spin from the professor that should give Isaac Salas the top spot here in this race. We'll wait for scoring to adjust. Yeah, Salas got into high by mistake, and then they just hooked. And around goes the 71. It's right on board with John here on this restart. Dittmer's probably thinking, man, come on, John, why did you have to spin it? You see, I don't think he could get that down because the car is ramped up. Nope, he could get it off the Jersey barrier. And then let's see if we have one with Salas. Nope, that comes in later. And scoring can confirm Isaac Salas is the race leader. So ready to go green here once again. This is a single file restart, as we could not complete a lap that time. So the scoring now looks like this. Everyone moves up a spot. So that pretty much puts Charles Weaver into the top 10. John Hind restarts down in 20th. So Salas to restart as the leader. Top 3 on the bottom. Pablo the first one to rock the top. And Salas holds serve on the restart. Templeton testing for 4th on Pablo. Denver trying everything on that bottom, but Templeton. Don't worry, y'all, we're back. Had some technical difficulties for a couple of moments there, but we're back going. Salas still leads. 10 laps are in the books. He did not miss anything. Templeton underneath Pablo, though, for the 4-spot caution. And it's Steve Bixler. We're hearing Bobby Good, Joseph Grandy, and John Hine have been caught up in this accident. Here's a look. The Good got turned off for Joseph Grandy, and John Hine with nowhere to go. Let's give you another angle here. Here's Bobo. It is just wheel-to-wheel contact slightly. It's right on board with Joseph here. Now there may have been netcode. That looked like netcode when you watch on board. So you see Salas trying to scrub the top off. And lights should go off this time off the Steve King Foundation pace car. Don't forget, folks, by the way, later tonight when we are done, we're going to turn this stream off and turn a brand new stream on because we have a test race going on. We're going to test the NASCAR Xfinity Series cars at Texas tonight. And Patrick from Simtrax Broadcasting will be broadcasting that when we are done later tonight, so stay tuned for that. Mission 22 restart time. Salas, Spangler, Dittmer, Pablo, Templeton, the top 5 back to green. Caution back out. And we've got Meitzler around, Randy Bixler. And so, because of that, we'll have to rack them and stack them once more. Here is what happened to Mayer. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the previous caution. Here we go, here's the appropriate one. Watch Meitzler. See if there's contact off of Malachi Smith or did it happen in front. Yep, Smith just got him in turn number 1 and tried to stay off, and Bixler's collected a hard shot on the inside wall for the the 75. Bixler already behind all of this. And when he was coming at the middle line, he just knew he had nowhere to go one bit. So resetting the field here once more. Lights are still on the Steve King Foundation pace car, but we should be going green, not this time by, but the time after. All right, so Patrick Spangler second behind Isaac Salas, Brandon Dittmer third, Alex Pavlo fourth, Brandon Templeton fifth, Zach Chapman sixth, Randy Shreve seventh, Charles Weaver eighth, Kevin Davis ninth, Malachi Smith is 10th. Here we go. The action happening for fourth. Templeton peeks for the spot on Pablo. Does it work is the question. Caution trouble for Aiden Young in the 69. He is off the pace, but keeps it going all the way back to 17. So we stay under the green flag. We head back to the 4th spot. Templeton thinks about the slider. Now to second. Dittmer on Spangler for the spot. Doesn't work. And now Zach Chapman wants to play too. He's up 8 spots for the drop of the green flag. Biggest mover in this race so far. Templeton with the clear up. And into 4th he goes. No change for second. Spangler still holding on over Dittmer. You look for the aerial shot here as Chapman does take 5th from Pavlo. So Pavlo hanging on the ropes as we've got 14 to go, coming to 13 this time. Charles Weaver now tries to attack. Templeton, speaking of which, thinking about getting on that bottom step of the podium. He's closed in on Brandon Dittmer for the spot. Here's how it looks in the last 5 laps. A lot of good hard racing at the moment. 10th better than Dittmer last lap as he tries to close in. Got some other good battles happening on track at the moment. Steven Spies and Jeff Barker, the Hall of Famer, trying to break into the top 10. Trying to break back in the top 10, I should say. Meanwhile, Chapman up into 4th past Dittmer. Dittmer had a bad lap that last time by. There's no yaw, the 83, and he's on the ropes at the moment. Templeton in 3rd, Chapman in 4th. We got one in the wall, it's Weaver. He keeps her going. As Shreves wants 7th. 9 to go at Wheat Sport. Pablo nearly clips the Jersey barrier in 1. Here comes the 511. Tries the momentum. Gary Sigelkow and Isaac Salas have crashed. The leaders have crashed. Who's out in front? Oh my goodness! What the hell just happened? I don't know who's the leader. If it's the lead, I'm going to take a guess that Chapman's the leader. But what on earth just happened with Gary Sigelkow once again? Leaders on lap traffic. Wow. Nowhere to go for Salas in the top 3 at all. Unbelievable. Salas was looking for win 4 on the year, and it's like he just stopped driving the car or something. What on earth? He's right on board with Gary. He's using the brake to drive the damn thing. He's on the brakes early. What on earth? What in the world? It's like, look at the way the wheel is. It's like his controller died or something. Like, that's so strange. Because you don't see a wheel turn left and right like that. You know what I mean? That's like his wheel died or something. That is a first, man. If that's the situation for Gary, oh, man. Be gutted to see what happened if I'm Salas. Yeah, just no way you expect that at all to happen. And so Zach Chapman is scored as the race leaders. We're coming to green with 7 laps to go. Dittmer 2nd, Spangler 3rd. Wow, this race just got changed on his axis big time, and we could have a battle for the lead. The Spider Monkey all over, the hard charger of the race, up 13 spots. Dittmer just right in the bottom. We're back to yellow, though. I don't know for what. Maybe for Brandon Templeton, because he had just left the pits and stopped to let the leaders go by. Yep, that was what it was for. So all the drivers are stopping on the track so they can have the pace car go by. So they've caught up, and 1 lap is off the board, so 6 to go when we get back to the green. Dittmer had a good restart on Zach Chapman that last time through. I'll have to see if he can match it again. Patrick Spangler's up there in 3rd. How about Malachi Smith? Up 11 spots into 5th. Nice run for the driver of the 13. So Zach Chapman leads. Brandon Dittmer 2nd. Patrick Spangler 3rd. Randy Shreves 4th. And Malachi Smith rounds out the top 5. 6 to go for this restart. Mystery Machine looking to go 2 for 2 and try the quest for a Triple Crown. Caught Dittmer sleeping on the restart. And the high side banger looks to go top shelf for P2. Everyone up on the top. First one on the bottom is the 55 of speeds in 7th. 5 laps to go meanwhile. Weaver on the send on Smith for 5th. Butter for the 511 up 3 spots tonight. Shreves all over Spangler. That's the battle for 3rd on the track with 4 laps to go. And Dittmer just about flaked it in turn 2 on the bottom like he had a rough spot or something. But stays 4/10 of a second behind on Zach Chapman. 3 to go for Scooby-Doo. Spangler gets punted, but caution. And it's for Smith. Oh, man. What a heartbreak for Malachi. Speeds put him in the wall and on the side, and oh my goodness, Hine underneath him. Look at him. It's like a bucking bronco out there. And yes, kids, that is clean, by the way. And Smith is crab walking it. That had to have been a wild ride in that cockpit for Malachi. Alrighty, so we are going to a green-white checkered, but not overtime. We're still in regulation. 2 laps to go. Zach Chapman leads. Brandon Dittmer 2nd. Patrick Spangler 3rd. Randy Shreves is 4th. Charles Weaver is 5th. Crunch time for the drivers here as we're set to come back to green. Nice restart for Dittmer there. Timed it on Chapman. Puts the bumper on him. Chapman sideways. Here comes Spangler. The high side Spangler leads it. Oh my goodness. 2 for 1 special. Shreves up in the wall. Final lap is underway. Chapman on the spin on Spangler. Doesn't work off at 2. 1 more shot in 3 and 4 for Chapman. Sends it into 3 and 4. Slide jump. Doesn't work. Spangler wins it. Photo finish at the end. 1 lap to the end. Wow. The high side banger Patrick Spangler leading The final 2 laps in this one. Oh my goodness. And I gotta admit, for Brandon Dittmer, that was the move he had to do. I think that was the only he had to get aggressive with Zach Chapman. I think the bumper, he had to go for the bumper though, but bumper was just a little too much, so he got caught up in it too. And Patrick Spangler says, "Thank you very much, boys and girls." Wow. Oh my goodness. Ah, man, let's go back and watch that from the restart on while we get your top 3 on in here. Let's take a look from our drone shot. All right, here's the restart. Dittmer, now first off, Dittmer timed that restart perfectly. Best timed restart from a guy in second. There's the bumper to Zach Chapman. I think he expected Chapman to go up the racetrack and allow Spangler to take the race lead. And so we're at the white flag. You see Chapman doing whatever he can do. And then going into turn number 3 here, you see Scooby-Doo try the slide job here. Doesn't have enough, but came up. He had to do him right there. I don't blame him for that. I thought they were wrecking, and I thought the 4th place guy in speeds was going to steal a win there. Wow. Gotta tell you something, guys. My shoulders are hurting pretty bad from that, from my arms moving around. I'm freaking out from that big time. Let's get to the guy that came oh so close. He gets the hard charger award for this one. Zach Chapman. Zach, I think you know what I'm going to ask you. Just take us through your perspective on that restart.
I mean, I'm sure you guys saw it the same way I did. He got a great jump on that restart, and then, I mean, he apologized in the waiting room. You know, I'm not super pissed or anything, but I mean, he drove over me going into 1, and that was it there. And I could have maybe thrown it real hard on Spangler there, but he isn't the one who did it to me, so I wasn't going to throw a move like that and win the race.
Off of turn number 4, did you think you had it Did you think you lost it there, or did you think you had one last gasp in the tank? Because we did see some contact.
Yeah, it was just me trying to, you know, go up and take away a little bit of room. But once I saw that we touched, I mean, I was out of it. I wasn't gonna take it from him like that. He was in the right place at the right time, and he got himself a win. It's a good run for him.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to on the run?
Shout out to all my teammates at Gambler, coaching me through that. Couldn't do this without their advice. You up there in the booth, Marty, Andy, like I said, with Cool Ray, Mr. Plumber, and Bright Box Electrical. Aiden Young with Young Gun Creations, and last but not least, of course, my wife.
All right, we'll let you go, man. Great job.
Yep, hopefully I see you again, Marty.
You as well, man. That's Zach Chapman, our 3rd place finisher. Let's go to the Spider Monkey. Brandon Dittmer, 2nd place, finishing his first 3:58 start of the year. Brandon, just take us through your perspective on what happened there in that restart.
I mean, I got a really good jump on him. No means did I ever try to hit him. I heard him talk in the interview. I know he's not happy with me. He said I tried to apologize in the waiting room, and he didn't accept. So be it.
You timed the restart well, but I do want to ask. I know you're not trying to make contact. You guys respect each other in this league, but we know Chapman was the best here tonight. Were there any considerations that you had to get a little aggressive there? Because I mean, you timed the restart perfectly, number 1, but I feel like even if there was clean racing, nobody had anything for Chapman, so you had to be aggressive.
I mean, I knew what I had to do. I needed to get to the bottom. I needed to get a good jump on him, which I did. And unfortunately, I just drove it a little bit too hard and bumped him. He did hold it down a little bit further than I thought he was going to, but just racing.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to?
Training Wheels Racing. you for the broadcast. Always love going back and watching these things. You're my favorite announcer in this league. Coast to Coast Racing League in general for all the racing action throughout the week. I think that's it.
All right, man. We'll let you go. Great run.
Have a good one.
You too. Let's go to the Spider Monkey. That was the Spider Monkey, Brandon Dittmer in second as we go to Cool Ray Victory Lane. First time in Victory Lane with the 358s on the year. The High Side Banger. Patrick Spangler. Holy cow. What in the world happened?
I don't know. I was happy with just riding second behind Isaac, and then there's that wreck in turn one. I thought my car was a goner because I hit both of them, one with the front end, and I hit Isaac with the back end trying to slide between them. And I had to restart third, and I was like, I'll just ride in third as long as I can hold the podium and hold Randy off. And then I don't know what happened in turn one, but they both slowed up on the bottom side, and I just drove around the top and held on to it.
Absolutely, man. That final lap. How much were you looking in your rearview mirror? I don't think you were looking at all. You were just trying to get to the end.
I don't usually race the mods, and I don't really, the small blocks, like, even less. So I was just trying to hold the top, and I saw Chapman come up on my inside, and I was like, man, he can't throw a slider, can he, from there? I don't run the mods, so I don't know how much room he would need for a slider, but I was able to hold on to it down the front stretch and get the first victory there.
Absolutely, man. Then off of turn number 4, did you think you had it sealed yet? Because Chapman did come up into you.
Yeah, I thought we were both going the infield Bubba Wallace style, and I thought Dimmer was going to steal it. So I was cranked the wheel to the right and just stayed in the gas.
Absolutely, man. Man, I don't know what else to ask you there because that was just completely wild. I'm speechless on that finish.
Yeah, even like earlier, because there was a parking lot in turn 1. That was just an insane race. Feel bad for Isaac because, I mean, he had that race won. He was gone. Nobody was catching him.
Absolutely. Who do you want to give shout-outs to on the run?
Just you for putting on the broadcast. Roger for putting the league. Training Wheels Racing. Got a double podium there. Dan, I'll go back home watching.
All right, man. You're going to enjoy that call the final few laps, man. Great job.
Sounds good. I'll see you Monday night. I'll be back Monday night.
Oh, yeah, baby. There you go. Yeah. Breaking news. The High Side Banger's back on Mondays.
Yeah, got wrecked twice in the pro qualifier, so I'm calling her quits on that and coming back.
Hey, it was fun while it lasted, right?
Yeah, and new track Lucas Oil, so it'll be a fresh slate for everybody, so we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. All right, we'll let you go. Great job.
See you Monday.
See ya.
Bye.
So Patrick Spangler and Cool Ray Victory Lane. Spangler with the win, Dittmer second, Chapman third, Spees fourth, and Weaver fifth. And Barker 6th, Hines 7th, Davis 8th, Streves 9th, and Bixler 10th. 21st was Joseph Grandy. That was our last place finisher. So we'll step aside and we will take a break. And when we come back, the late models on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Hey Jeff, hope you're enjoying your Hall of Fame night, buddy. First off, want to just thank you for all you do for our league, but most of all, just wanted to say congratulations on being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Couldn't think anybody that deserves it more to be in our first class. So, congratulations, buddy. Enjoy the night.
Hey Jeff, Roger tipped me off that you're being inducted to the Hall of Fame. Just wanted to congratulate you. Well deserved. You put a lot of effort into the league, and your results show for it. So. Congratulations.
Tonight we're here to honor Jeff Barker as he is inducted into the Coast to Coast Racing League's Hall of Fame. Jeff's been around since the very beginning and he's been active in the league. You've probably noticed he's the race admin several nights a week. He's been active on the review committee and he's been active on the executive committee. Jeff chose Weed Sport as the track that he wanted to have for this event, as he lives only 40 miles from the track. He's had his own successful racing career here in a mod light. I've been the teammate with Jeff for the past 2 years, and it's been an honor and a privilege. He's taught me a lot, particularly the value of patience and perseverance in racing. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, buddy. You're setting a great example for others to follow. Congratulations.
Hey, Jeff, what a great day, man. Just got the great news that you're being inducted into the Coast to Coast Racing League Hall of Fame. That is absolutely amazing and much deserved. Pretty sure there's not many out there that run as much as you or give back to the league as much as you do. So greatly appreciated. Always look forward to seeing the 513 Marine Machine, man. Thank you for your service most of all, but congratulations on your induction.
Hey Jeff, this is John Hine congratulating you on your Hall of Fame induction. Well deserved. I know a lot of folks, hear you in the, doing adminning and things like that, but you do so much more behind the scenes that that people don't see with the review committee, exec committee. You're such a valued person, both for us, as a league and everything else. This league is actually better because you're a part of it. And I'm glad to call you my friend. And like I said, congratulations again. Enjoy it. And keep in mind, you still don't forget about us little people now that you're at the top. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Hi Jeff, Bill Calder here. It's an honor to be able to say a few words on this auspicious occasion. Congrats on your induction into the C2C Hall of Fame. No one is more deserving of it than you are. You're always there volunteering and lending a hand when needed. You've helped me countless times when I needed it. Thank you for your service to your country, and thanks for being there when the league needs you. I am very proud to be able to call you my friend. Again, congrats, buddy.
Hey, Barker. Marty here from Monday Night Madness and Thursday Night Thunder. Just want to say congratulations on your induction into the Hall of Fame. You're a good man. You're a great driver, especially on Thursday nights. Still waiting to call one of your victories with hopefully a modified or a late model shortly in the future, maybe even a sprint car. Who knows what's going to happen. But congratulations, man. You're a good man. Much respected driver to everyone. Looking forward to Thursday night tonight.
Jeffrey Barker, welcome to the club. Jeff started his career with our league back when we were the Ohsweken Outlaws, actually in the recruiting races, the fifth recruiting race on June 3rd, 2019. He finished P2 in that race, and if I remember correctly, Jeff had set some sort of record of the most podiums without a P1. He had, I think, 10 podiums or something, but no P1s. He's won lots of feature stickers since then, as well as Driver of the Week. So, and that is that first race, we had such notables as Bruce Hilton, Greg Boydell, John Short, myself, and Shad Cote were in that race that he finished P2 in. Since then, we did a little bit of checking. Jeff has been in 1,250 Coast to Coast Racing League races. So, congratulations on that. I know just with Sim Racing Hub, we counted 20,000 laps. So I'm not sure what the total number is, but it's mighty impressive. More importantly, it's what Jeff has done for the league. Thursday Night Thunder is Jeff Barker night. He sets up those races. He admins those races. He helps review them. And then he sits on the executive board. So if there's any big decisions to be made, he's as well as helping give us the direction where the league is going. He has got to be the most knowledgeable iRacing authority I've ever met. So many times in a session, he'll either contact me before a session or we'll be in a session and we're running into an issue and he said, well, this is, what you can do to solve that. Or if you need a shortcut, he's got them all. but his knowledge is absolutely vast. I think he owns all content in iRacing, so pretty cool. Just such an honor to know you, Jeff, and so appropriate being at Weed Sport tonight, where you were so successful with the mod lights. You won. I think you got a few feature stickers from there as well. So well done. But more importantly, can't thank you enough, not only just for your service, but for your sacrifice. And very, very much appreciated what you've done for your country and what you've done for our league. So again, welcome to the club, man, and see you on the track.
Welcome back to the Coast to Coast Racing Network under the lights here in Central New York. Weed Sports Speedway, just off the exit of exit 40 here on the New York State Thruway. As we are set to go for the late models, brought to you by Chip Bangers Racing. So let's talk about the late models here at the moment. Got a good race for the championship at the moment. Aiden Young and Nick Vickery battling for it. 5 points separate them, 483 to 478. Randy Shreves is third, 416. That's pretty much your main battle for the championship at the moment. Into qualifying we go now. Qualifying brought to you by ABR Setup Shop. First driver on the racetrack is Joseph Grandy in the 518. Lap number 1 underway for the 518. Grandy sets the bar 14.464. As the times start to come in, let's watch Zach Chapman. He goes second quick at a 14.464. John Hine goes quick time, 14.444. Better by 0.02 of a second. Here comes Zach Chapman across the line. Quickest in Sector 1. See if it's better. And it's not, off by 100th of a second. Randy Shreves comes across the line. Slower on lap number 2. Car count of 13 drivers here tonight. Look at the pavilion. Oh, I could go for a pork burger right now, folks. Trust. Weed Sports, Peter, my opinion, in New York, the best concession stands at a racetrack. I'm not kidding. The Portside Pub right there. That's normally there where you get ice cream now these days. And coffee, so. But a pork burger, a bacon cheese pork burger with secret port sauce. Oh my goodness. You gotta get some extra port sauce too on the side when you go there, just to dip some in your fries. Highly recommend the burger. So qualifying, looks like it's in the books. No McLaren or DeGood to qualify. And so John Hine is the quickest at a 14.44. And so only 2 heats. We're ready for the first heat, brought to you by Magnum Race Design. It's Aiden Young and Steven Spees on row number 1. Zach Chapman and John Hine row 2. Jeff Barker and Roger Craig in row 3. And Bob DeGood starts from 7th position. Steve King Foundation pace car, and look at that scheme from Aiden Young. This is actually a new scheme. He actually showed this to me before he started driving it, and it is just smoking hot. Drivers are working their way in turns 1 and 2. We go green this time by. Winner starts on pole. This will determine the inside line. Here we go. Green flag is out. Aiden Young holding serve, entering turn 3 for right now, and clears up on the detective. Zach Chapman rides in 3rd. John Hine is in 4th position. Speeds tries the crisscross move out. Doesn't work. Everyone staying single file. Chapman 3rd, Hine 4th, Barker 5th, Craig is 6th, and DeGood 7th. Run for the 55. He pulled up to the door, down the back chute. And the race is on for the top spot. At the line, it was Young by just about a bumper. Who gets the better exit, though? Looked like the 69 did. Still with the race lead. Zach Chapman makes it a 2-car affair as we're halfway home. Speeds up the racetrack for just a moment, but still at it with Aiden Young for the race lead. This is on board with Scooby-Doo. Both of these drivers refusing to give up an inch one bit. Think Speeds could clear Young here off at turn 4. He does. 2 to go. It's Young, no yawn, 1 at all. And that allows Chapman to take second. A bad 1 and 2 by Aiden. Maybe a bad 3 and 4. He just lost third to the Professor. Final lap is underway. Steven Speeds, the detective, looking for pole position once again. Over Scooby-Doo, he's got it. Speeds, Chapman, Hind, Young, Barker, DeGood, and Craig. That heat race was brought to you by Langdon Mechanical. This heat race brought to you by Magnum Race Design. Kurt Schatzer and Jeff Kemper on row number 1. Randy Shreves and Joseph Grandy on row 2. Brandon Dittmer and Dan McLaren on row number 3. Lights are off, 1 to green. And again, we'll determine the outside row. So set for the green flag in Heat 2. Final heat race of the evening before the warm-up. Up the track, Superman goes, but clears for the race lead early. Kemper and Shreve side by side for second position on the track. Grandy tried to thread the needle, did not work. Shreves holds on to the spot for now. Oh, look out, Randy. Wow! Contact with a 518. They were 4 wide at one point. Nearly got disastrous, but Schatzer has pulled away from Kemper, a 1-second lead on the 181. Spider Monkey in trouble. Grandy trying to fight back for 4th. No call from Dan McLaren to the grid for those wondering at home. And so Grandy hanging on to 4th spot. Excuse me one real quick. Grandy and Dittmer still battling for 4th on the racetrack. 2 laps to go in the heat. Schatzer's lead has dwindled down, though, to just about 8/10 of a second. Final lap is underway. Looking to start second next to Steven Spies. And checkers are out as Schatzer wins that heat. Preliminary actions in the books. We've got the Flatline Racing Bodies warm-up watch, but while that is happening, here's a word from our president, Roger Craig.
Good day, everyone. Today I wanted to talk about Movember. So Movember was started in 2003 in Australia and has become worldwide. For those unfamiliar, Movember is all about awareness of health issues for men. So a lot of men grow mustaches in Movember. That's where the name came from. And just so you know, I plan on celebrating Movember by having my prostate hocked out. So first of all, the prognosis is good because of early detection. So, and as a result of that, I have decided to declare myself the Coast to Coast Racing League Movember poster child for 2022. On a more serious note here, you know, the average age of our league is 41. So if you're on the top side of that, you need to get tested regularly. I'm talking PSA tests, the rubber glove, 2 seconds of discomfort for maybe a lifetime of living. Also, colonoscopies, every 5 or 10 years or whatever your doctor recommends, but you need to get those done. So just reminding everybody, it's something men aren't comfortable talking about or doing. Everybody thinks they're a tough guy. Let's go out and get tested for the sake of yourself, but more importantly, for the sake of your family. And, as they say, the life you save may be your own. So we're all in this together, guys. Reach out. You can reach out to me, or more importantly, reach out to your doctor. And in closing, I just want to know if Marty Sakala is going to grow a mustache for Movember.
Still gets me every time, folks. Every time I've heard Roger say, now I'm wondering, is Marty going to grow a mustache? I just laugh so hard. Yes, the answer is yes. I will do one for the month of Movember. And it will go away on December 1st. Just a disclaimer for you folks at home. But I will take part in it. So Roger and I are probably co-poster childs, even though I don't know. Roger's got the beard where we have to shave it and just turn into a mustache. That's what I want to know now. So, anyway, Steven Spies is quickest in the warm-ups, 14.628. We've got a field of 13 ready to go. And so, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Cool Ray, the Coast to Coast Racing League, Chip Bangers Racing, and all the fine drivers and sponsors, we thank you for choosing to spend your Thursday night with us. Let's meet the field of 13 ready to take the green for 30 laps in the late models at the port. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the Super Dirt Car Series starting lineup. On the front row is Steven Spies in the 55 and Kurt Schatzer in the 218. Row number 2, that's the detective and the Superman. Row number 2, Scooby-Doo Zach Chapman in the 72 and Jeff Kemper in the 181. Row 3, the Professor John Hine in the 71 and Randy Shreves in the 56. Row 4, Aiden Young in the 69 car and Joseph Grandy in the 518. Row 5, the Hall of Famer Jeff Barker in the 513 and the Spider Monkey Brandon Dittmer in the 83. Row number 6 is Bob D. Good. And next to him, Dan McClure, but no call from Dan McClure, and I don't know if he's got a call for the guy starting the last. The guy starting the last tonight is Roger Craig in the 747. And we will have to start without him. So we are just about set to go racing here with our late models at Charlotte. Lights are off. The Steve King Foundation pace car. 1 lap to go at the line before we go racing. Let's get your picks to win here in the chat. I'm going with Kurt Schatzer to take the win here at the port tonight. So 11 cars ready to do battle here at the port. Who's it going to be? How's it going to be done? There's always a favor here. Pick it ASAP. As the field works their way into turns number 3 and 4. Where else would you rather be than right here, right now? The Detective and Superman bring us to green. It's showtime at the port. Spees holding early off at turn 2. Chapman and Schatzer Duke at it for second spot on the track. High side prevailing for Superman. Speeds leads lap 1. Second is Schatzer. Third is Chapman. Hine is fourth. Kemper rounds out the top 5. Shreves looks for an opportunity for fifth. Caution. Jeff Barker and Brandon Dittmer. There's Barker and Dittmer both together. Looks like a spin happened, but they saved it. Needle thread, and Dittmer just came, no, excuse me, Grandy came down to Barker. And so that's what happened. But nice save by both of them. That's not too bad. Here's the onboard here with the Spider Monkey. Nowhere to go for Dittmer at all. Let's talk about, by the way, real quick, what's coming up next week for Thursday Night Thunder. Week number 9 takes us to Knoxville. Start time at 7 p.m. on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Get you the rest of the schedule at the next caution flag. Well, let's reset the field. Steven Spees leads. Kurt Schatzer second. Zach Chapman third. John Hine fourth. Jeff Kemper fifth. Back to green. Look at this, Chapman and Schatzer touch. Chapman pulled up to the inside for the runner-up spot. They touch once again. Hine tries to thread the needle. Chapman sideways, he saved it. And the Professor, sounds like he's feeling a lot better. Oh my goodness, a slider from hell on Schatzer. And says, get out of my way, I'm taking second. Also said, get out from behind me, but now the pair is side by side for third. Keep the cameras on this, folks. This could get interesting. Chapman let Schatzer have the position. Meanwhile, Steven Spees pulling away. 14.96 lap last time by. Best lap of this race. Which every driver trying to find the top side as Grandy and Kemper do get it for 6. Oh, Grandy sideways in 1. Denver luckily let Grandy have some room and avoided punting him. With Denver up on the wall, that's a pretty good shot with the right side. Chapman is still fourth. Hine has pulled away luckily from all of this. Was about a half second in front of Superman in third. Ooh, someone got on the wall pretty hard. Dittmer and Grandy, and that should be a call. Oh my goodness! Grandy over the track and out of the ballpark. Looks like a safety worker out there. I heard the shot, I just didn't know from who. All right, folks, watch the 518. In the wall, sideways. Dittmer into him and a slow rollover. Hey, look, luckily not too much for the ambulance and the tow truck to capture him. On board with the Spider Monkey. Nowhere to go. He just could not get the yaw in it to secure the bottom. Patrick's picking Aiden Young to win this race. Unfortunately, that pick has not worked out well for Pat at the moment. Field is doubled up, and let's talk about the rest of the week here. Tomorrow night, Friday Night Lights with the small block, Crate Late and 305 at I-55. Monday Night Madness with our 360 sprint cars are at Lucas Oil. Tuesday night, Topside Tuesday, wingless 360s at Port Royal, fixed 410s at Lanier, and pickup trucks at Talladega. Wednesday night is Hometown Heroes, 305 sprints, 360 sprints, and the small block, big block challenge at Lucas Oil. All starts at 7 p.m. the Coast to Coast Racing Network as we're back to the green. Watch Schatzer and Chapman closely after that last restart. Will they get down and dirty once again? Clean lap that time. Ooh, so close to touching, entering the corner. Wow, Spies opens up a gap on his teammate John Hine. It's 1-2 Gambler Motorsports at the moment. Actually, maybe a 1-2-3 currently. Drews and Kemper. Kemper bounces off the wall. Aiden Young. Can he get yaw in it? Just barely, but can't complete the pass on Kemper for 6 to secure at the line. Aiden gets him this time for 6th. Shreve's 5th, Schatzer down to 4th. Chapman has taken a spot away. Hine is 2nd, but just 4/10 behind on Steven Spies at the moment. Steven with 2 wins on the year. In fact, only 3 different winners. Aiden Young with 2, Nick Vickery with 2, Steven Spies with 2. There's a look at 2 through 4. John Hine, Zach Chapman, and Kurt Schatzer. 3 cars under a blanket here for 2nd spot. Chapman thinks about rolling on the bottom. Moves up top, faked the line out from John Hine. Pulls in a little bit closer. Challenges to the inside. Can't get the bite off just yet. Jeff Barker, meanwhile, has crashed. No caution for right now. Schatzer up on the wall. Just barely. Spies with a 1.2 second advantage on John Hine. Could reach some lap traffic before the end of this one. It would be Jeff Barker, obviously. Leaders would approach. Aiden Young has taken 5th, meanwhile, from Randy Shreves. Still watching the battle for 2nd spot. Again, this track completely top dominant at the moment. Tough to make passes here, especially at Weedsville, which is not a surprise. Schatzer once again bounces off the wall. but still keeps the gap the same on Scooby-Doo. Again, that's the battle for the bottom step of the podium. There's Schatzer. Tried the send with 9 to go, didn't work. Again, continued to roll the top, both of them. This does allow Aiden Young to step in closer and closer. May have a chance at finishing third. That's the points leader coming on in. Young likely will extend his points lead on Randy Shreves by the end of the night tonight. 6 laps to go, and he is there. Young, meanwhile, can he get third? No. And Young could pull up to Schatzer here into turn 3. 69 car decides to be patient about it. 6 laps to go at Weedsport. Another bounce off the wall for Schatzer. Doesn't do it in turn number 2 as he works with Jack Chapman. Could be 3 wide off at turn 4. It's not. Schatzer almost got up to the door panel of Chapman. 5 to go. Schatzer hanging on for dear life because of Aiden Young. Look at this yaw in 3 and 4 for Schatzer. A little bit too much up the track. Aiden takes away 4th. Schatzer into him though. They save it, and that does allow Zach Chapman to open up again. Oh no! Schatzer hit the inside jersey barrier and spins Young. Caution is out, and Steven Spies, you got a fight on your hands once again. That's unfortunate for both. Aiden with nowhere to go. And Kurt Schatzer, you saw it live. We'll show it to you from that same angle once again. Just got that opening in turn number 3. And Schatzer actually went upside down. Let's ride on board with Aiden Young from the rear end. There was that contact there. See if we got a better... Let's watch from the front end. Does Aiden have a better shot from the front end? That was when he got sideways first. Yeah, not really the best angles for us here, so... Should be 1 to go at the line, and once again, another 2-lap shootout. Remember what happened in the last 2-lap shootout here tonight in the 358 feature. Does John Hine do something like that again? We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how it's going to happen. We know where it's happening at Weedsport. And we know what is happening here. An insane restart about to go down. Steven Spies, John Hine, Zach Chapman, Randy Shreves, Jeff Kemper, the top 5. Back to green, 2 laps to go. Great restart from the 55. Chapman looks for second on the 71. That's the battle that Steven Spies wants to see off at turn 4. White flag is out. Final lap for Steven Spies. Will be his 3rd win of the season. Leading all drivers. Got the win at Volusia 2 weeks ago. It's a back-to-back night for the 55. Spies wins at Weedsport. So Spies gets to park it in victory lane. And a 1-2-3 finish from Gambler Motorsports. So they'll pose for a photo, and We'll bring in our third place finisher in Zach Chapman. Zach got the top 3 every single race here tonight. Another third place finish here for you in the late models, man. I'm sure you're happy with that.
Heck yeah, man. Couldn't have done it without my teammates getting a nice jump on that restart there. I think Kurt was definitely the third fastest car. I just kind of took the line away and got to make him use the bottom, and that was real hard to do there.
Yeah, just talk about the racing as well between you and Kurt. That was a lot of good hard racing.
Yeah, it is, man. Kurt's one of the best guys in here. We've thrown fenders at each other before for sure, but, you know, just love tapping like that. I mean, that's just iRacing kind of hooking us together. We're not slamming each other, beating on each other. He's a guy who, you know, you can race hard around, and he'll race you hard back and clean. He's a good dude.
Absolutely, man. Who do you want to give a shout-out to?
Shout out once again all the teammates at Gambler, Steven and John coaching me through that one, just trying to follow in their vapor trails there to learn a little bit. Those guys know what they're doing, so anytime I can finish behind them, good night. Shout out to Andy with Cool Ray, Brightbox, and Mr. Plumber. Aiden at Young Gun Creations. You doing an awesome job tonight. I know this is long, hard hours, but we appreciate it, Marty. And last but not least, of course, my wife.
Top 3 as well for all Gambler cars. I know you like that too.
Heck yeah, man. Good night for the team.
Absolutely. All right, man. Great job tonight.
Thanks, Marty.
Zach Chapman finishing in third here in our late models, and we'll go to second spot here. John Hine taking that. Professor, seems like you've healed a lot better since we last talked.
Yeah, not too bad. I'm a little sore here tonight, but a good run all around.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to get your pain too, but it's in my shoulders this time, though. So, just talk about making your way up your 3 spots for the drop of the green flag, and if you had anything for Steven on the final restart.
No, I had nothing for Steven. I was reeling him in there for a little while, but he was trying things around on the track, and Steven had it locked up tonight, man. He drove a heck of a race, and I'll tell you, I'll be honest, I'm proud there. They're in a Gambler 1, 2, 3. That's pretty cool, and we'll try to do one better next time. Maybe we have that 55 behind us, but man, he just drove a flawless race, and I got to congratulate him on that.
Absolutely, man. Who do you want to give shout-outs to on the run?
I'd just like to give a shout-out to Cool Ray Heating and Cooling, the cruise shop, VMR Wraps, all the usual suspects on the car. I'd like to say, thanks to my Gambler teammates. They help me out a lot and make this thing a lot of fun. And I'd like to thank my wife. She lets me do this an awful lot and love her to death. And I'm very thankful that I have her. And I want to say hi to my kids, Danny, Cassie, and Dylan, and just say hi. And you guys should be getting to bed soon.
You heard him. Go to bed. All right, man. Great job tonight.
Thanks, bud.
That's John Hine finishing in second spot. It's now time to go to Cool Ray Victory Lane to talk with your race winner and Steven Speeds with his third win of the year. In the late models. Steven, congratulations. What a car tonight.
Yeah, thanks. I guess I felt like I found a line that worked. Felt really fast coming through off of 4, and just was up front, stayed out of trouble. Same old story, right? If you're up front and don't have to try to race and pass people, it's a heck of a lot easier.
Absolutely. Was this a race where you expected not a lot of passing to be top dominant with this late model?
I didn't really know what to expect. We had kind of our Gambler row going there on the inside, and so I know there's not a lot of cars here, but we got good fast cars that know how to race. So I thought we'd have some fun close race, and it seemed like in the practice warm up, top and bottom were working. So I was kind of what I was expecting.
What'd you think in the car when that caution came out with 3 to go?
I was thinking John's usually pretty fast on the top, so a little bit of worry there, but I was just going to stick with what I was doing, and knowing there was only 2 laps and that I got to control the start, I thought I'd be okay, though, and turned out to be the case. So always happy, that's why we show up, is to win, so got it done. Super happy. Wish I could drive those first 2 cars tonight like I can this one.
Yeah. Most wins of the season in the late models. You got 3. Let's talk about this season as a whole, man. You're having a good year.
Yeah, like I said, it's always fun to come in and get wins. One of these days, that's just going to stop happening as I keep getting older. So I try to enjoy every one I get. I'm not necessarily running for points. I think I've already missed a couple of weeks. So if I can hang in there and make the rest of them, maybe we can make a run at this thing.
Next week, I believe, Knoxville. Yep. What's the outlook like there?
Generally, I like Knoxville, so we'll see what happens. If it turns into a track where you gotta put it up on the wall and just run right up there, I probably won't be as good, and I'll be chasing John around. But maybe we can give him a little right front or right rear or something and get by if that's the case.
What do you want to give shout-outs to?
I want to shout out Zach Chapman. He had a great night tonight. He had a win, podium in all 3 races so far. So, I really just want to recognize Zach. I'm proud of him for doing such a good job tonight. And we always have to say thanks to Cool Ray and all the folks that tune in and watch us do this. And extra thanks to everybody that puts time in to keep this league going.
All right, man. Well, we'll let you go. Congratulations. Another big win for you tonight.
Thank you, Marty.
That's the detective, Steven Spies, as he's in Cool Ray Victory Lane. Cool Ray's goal is to make sure that race tradition of 100% customer satisfaction lives on today. Cool Ray is proud of their reputation of providing excellent service to homeowners and businesses in Georgia and now Nashville, Tennessee. Their mission is to continue to build lasting relationships with their customers through their winning spirit and commitment to 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Here's a look at the results here from tonight. Your drivers in 12th and 13th did not start the race, but top 10 drivers all finished on the lead lap, and a big win for Steven Spies tonight, his third of the year. So we will bid adieu here next week. We go to Knoxville. That will be a fun one, especially with the modifieds. It's going to be a fun test with the late models as well. The Xfinity Series race at Texas is live right now, so go to the other stream that's live. Patrick Morrison is on the call for that. On behalf of everyone at the Coast to Coast Racing League, Cool Ray, all of the fine drivers and sponsors, Roger Craig and Preston Kramer, the main admins, Marty Sakala signing off here tonight. Congratulations to your winners, Zach Chapman in the UMP Modifieds, Patrick Spangler in the 358, and Steven Spies in the late models. Congratulations to Jeff Barker on his Hall of Fame induction.